Guys, you know good and well you've been sick of your job. Now, one of the things that I tell people all the time is that don't wait until you know you've been sick of your job to do something about it. If you're in denial about being sick of your job, if you know you've been sick of your job for years, don't wait until you get to that point where you just can't go there no more to do something about it. Tonight, I'm going to be having a special session. Go to bit.ly/escape plan 2023. I'm going to be telling you guys exactly what you need to do to be able to get out of that job because I've done it. But listen to me close. You have to understand that you deserve to be happy in your work. You deserve to be happy while you're making your money. We overcomplicate this thing. We overcomplicate it. We think that making money has to be hard. We think that making money has to be difficult. We think that making money has to take all day. But the key to really making money is you got to be doing something that you vibe with. You got to be doing something that you love. And if it's a job, you may be going there because that's what you were taught to do. You may be going there because you don't think you have any other options. But I'm going to be the first to tell you, you are smart enough to build your own business. You are smart enough to go out here and create your own revenue. If you've got the discipline to go to a job, you've got the discipline to work for yourself. Good morning, Ursula. Good morning, Coretta. Good morning, KK. Good morning, Lovely. So you've got to start giving yourself credit, right, for being good enough to build you a business and leave your job because that's all it boils down to. It boils down to will you do that same work for yourself that you run around here and do for everybody else? Hey, good morning, Darius. You got me hooked on those reviews. Good morning, Sharisha. Here's what I tell people all the time. A lot of women say, oh, I had to stop my business because, I was going through some personal stuff. But we still go to work no matter what. So you got to still work in your business no matter what. Maybe you just need to work smarter and not harder. So join me tonight, bit.ly/escape plan 2023. Understand that you're capable of doing this. I talked to one lady and she said, maybe I just don't have an entrepreneur mindset. I said, maybe you need to learn it. Just like you learn at a job, you got to come out here and learn to be an entrepreneur. Just like you do whatever it takes at a job, you got to come out here and do whatever it takes as an entrepreneur. If your boss was to tell you to build a leaning tower of Pisa out of straws, girl, you would do it. Good morning, Kiara. So you got to do those same. You got to be willing to do whatever it takes to stay free. Now I'm gonna tell you something somebody told me. It's this being comfortable, having just enough. That's a disease. You may think you're being grateful. Oh, the Most High gave me a good job. I don't want to be ungrateful. But the truth of the matter is, if you're making just enough, you're not going to be able to keep up with inflation. If you're making just enough, you're not going to be able to live your life the way you want to, and you deserve it. Somebody repeat after me and say, I deserve it. You deserve to live life at the next level. You deserve to be rewarded for all your hard work. You deserve it. And you set up and let people convince you that only certain people deserve to live great. Oh, only the Kardashians. Girl, what have the Kardashians done? Now, I'm not mad at them for making their money. I'm not. But what have the Kardashians done to make them deserve it any more than anybody else? But you got to say it to yourself and you have to mean it. You have to be for real about it. And you got to get a plan for your life. And it's so unfortunate that many of us have a plan for everybody else, but we don't have a plan for our life. You got a plan for your kids, a plan for your career, a plan for your man. Good morning, Cynthia. But you don't have a plan for your life. And I don't mean a bare minimum, say that burr, B-U-R-R. I don't mean a bare minimum life. I don't mean a just getting by life. I don't mean a cutting corners life. I mean you deserve whatever kind of life you feel like you should be living. Point blank, period. But if you don't write it down, if you don't have a plan, if you don't ask, if you don't extend yourself, you won't have it. But you deserve it. Let me tell you something. I really feel like women are the forgotten gender. You know, we do all the work for everybody else, but nobody ever comes back and says, oh, well, you did all this work. You know, we're going to compensate you for it. So if you don't have a plan to get paid yourself, how can you expect anybody to come back and just compensate you for what you do? They're not, because everybody's trying to get it. Everybody. And if that's shame on you, if you're running around helping everybody else and not helping yourself. Now, I will tell you this. I will tell you that there is a level of, if I'm helping everybody else, I don't have to help myself. So there is a level of denial. Somebody say, ouch. There is a level of denial. Good morning, D. Morris, that we operate under as women. That's that I'm too busy to build a business. That's that I'm too busy to go make money. But you're not too busy to help all these people that be calling you. Your grown kids still calling you for stuff. Your ex-husband. Girl, I met a lady who ex-husband. I met a lady whose ex-husband was still calling her for help. And I said, wow, girl, you be helping a man? She said, oh, well, we good friends. Girl, we can't be good enough friends for me to take my time and help you. We can be friends all day and twice on Sunday. That doesn't mean I owe you anything. And I definitely don't owe you my time. And I definitely don't owe you my help. We do the same thing with these jobs. Man, that story right there make me want to repeat it, Kiara. These grown men are leveraging our gifts and our talents to get what they need. Baby, don't make me go back to what was the Angela Bassett and them? What was the movie called? Oh, Whitney Houston. What was the movie called? Waiting to Exhale. Don't make me go back. That woman helped that man build that whole business. And or a Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I'm tired of being mad. Baby, I'm tired of being a mad Black woman. Is anybody with me? If you are, just say me, coach. I'm tired of being a mad Black woman. And the truth of the matter is, I can't be mad at nobody but myself for wasting my time on these jobs. I can't be mad at nobody but myself for not believing in me. I can't be mad at nobody but myself for using my time and energy for people that really don't give a damn. I can't be mad at nobody but myself. At some point, I got to want to save me. At some point, I got to put me above all of the foolishness. And as hard as it is to let people go, as hard as it is to let people go, at some point, I'm going to have to let them go to pick me up. I'm going to have to let them figure. You know, the crazy part is people will figure it out without you. While you run around think you saving people, People will figure it out without you. Tuh. Girl, they just gonna go on to the next person. They just gonna call the next person. They just gonna lean on the next person. And while here you are thinking you Captain Save the people, ain't gonna be nobody around to save you, sir. The minute you need saving, everybody is conspicuously absent. Man, I'm telling y'all, you just don't know. It is time for women to stand up and say they self. And maybe they'll take a page out of your book and start saving they self. But if you've been sick of your job, it's been time for you to do something about it. And if you don't do anything, nothing will change. And I'm going to be honest. Lately, I've been feeling some kind of way. I'm not going to call it the D word, depression. But I've been feeling just stuck. Good morning, Miss Nita. And I had to kind of unravel because y'all know I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm going to keep it 100. I had to go back to the drawing board and say, what has me stuck? What has me stuck is being the go-to for everybody else. If I hit a nerve, anybody just say amen. Being everybody else's go-to. Amen. Going above and way beyond for clients. Can I say amen? Trying to prove myself to a world that don't care. Amen. Carrying grown folks. Ooh, I got to write that down. Carrying grown folks. Or folks that think they grown. So if you got some children that's in their teen years and them people don't want to listen, you got to ask yourself, how far am I willing to go? What about you carrying a job you don't like? Man, it's time for some real conversations about us as women and our wealth, us and women and the choices that we making, us and women as to how we live in our life. And can I be honest? I don't want to get to that point where I'm bitter. And I'm close, but I don't want to get to that point where I've done so much for so many people without reciprocity, without getting anything back, that I look back and I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm bitter. I don't want to be the mad black woman. I don't. I do not. But if I don't do something about it, I will. I don't know who told women that we got to save everybody, including our jobs. Half of us at work doing our supervisor's job without recognition. If they do recognize us, it's not enough. We still struggling paycheck to paycheck. And then they want to talk bad about us when we buy a little something for ourselves. Oh, look at them over at the Beyonce concert. What, girl, you only live once. That's the motto of the YOLO. You better get you some enjoyment. You better get you some gratification. You better do something you can remember. I don't want you to get 60 and 70 and be like, man, I spent my whole life, all my life. I don't want that to be you. But for real, if you don't take proactive measures to save yourself, you won't. And you're right, Starshima. Starshima said, especially black women, we are trained to work harder and do more than others. Yes. Yes. And I'm committed to stop neglecting Not only my enjoyment, but myself. And that's where I am now. And you know what? I can only teach from the place that I am at now. When I first started teaching people in business, I taught people the hard way because that's all I knew was the hard way. But now there's so many other ways you can go to make the same money that is not as hard. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Go to bit.ly/escape plan 2023 because I'm serious. If you're working too hard, you're neglecting yourself. Hey, I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to the choir because I'm talking to myself and I'm the main one. So at some point when you know better, you do better. And if you don't know better, you need to be working to figure out how to do better. It's time for us to stop. You know, at some point you just get too old to do the things you really don't want to do anymore. How many of you feeling that? At some point, you just got to pull a plug on the stuff that you be like, you know what? For the last few days, I talked to women that's been working since they were 14, 15, and they just tired. Okay. They just tirade. Okay. They done took all they could stand and they can't stand no more. But they haven't done anything to get themselves ready. They haven't done anything to get themselves ready for what is about to come next. And that's getting free for what's about to come next. Their next level, living life like they want to, for what's about to come next. So take the time. Don't get too busy to come and join me tonight. Take the time to show up for you. Take the time to get a plan for your life that's going to help you live the way you want to live. I just posted on Facebook that I got a secret, and I do. And part of that is me making a shift of not only what I do, but how I do it. And I want to take some women with me on this journey and show them hands-on how to build a brand from scratch without knocking yourself out. Hello? Is anybody feeling me right now? We have been taught to struggle. We have been taught to work hard. We have been taught that's the only way we're going to make it. And just, I'm through teaching women that. I'm through teaching other women that. I'm through teaching women that because there are people out there making millions of dollars and they not knocking themselves out to do it. So if you want to continue to knock yourself out, go on about your business. But for me, I got to do something different. And I want to show people as I do it. bit.ly/escape plan 2023. If you've been sick of working your job, if you don't do something different, nobody else will. Girl, at some point you got to say to yourself, girl, I'm too old to be clocking in. I'm too old for them folks to be telling me when to go to the bathroom. I'm too old for them folks to be telling me I can't have Christmas off. And I can't have Thanksgiving off. I'm too old for them folks to be telling me I got to come to work even when I'm sick. But if you don't change it, won't nobody change it for you. I am so excited about not only what I'm about to do next, but how many women I'm going to take on this journey. And that's always been my thing. When I get ready to move to the next level, I say, okay, raise your hand. Who's going with me It's time. It is time. So don't miss tonight, bit.ly/escape plan 2023. I'm going to be talking about it all day in case you missed it. It's tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think, look at the page. But it's time for you to do something for you. You know, this next chapter, you need to be clocking in for yourself, clocking in for your life, clocking in for the things you really want. Is anybody with me on this? You know, at some point, you got to just say to yourself, I'm ready to give some of this foolishness up. I'm ready to retire from foolishness. Because if you don't retire from it, it's going to keep coming to you. If you don't retire from it and start setting some boundaries, everybody from your boss to your children are going to keep leaning on you. And if you lean on anything long enough, it will break. So we wonder why women are mentally exhausted. We wonder why women are physically exhausted. We wonder why, out of all the work we do, we tend to have way less than men. And it's because we're giving away too much and not keeping enough for ourselves. And when it comes to that point where you get an opportunity to invest in yourself, you feel guilty. You make excuses. You do everything but what you need to do for you. And until you get to that point where you do whatever it takes for you, it's going to still be this some kind of way you feel. Because I ain't going to lie, I'm feeling some kind of way too. And raise your hand if you feeling some kind of way. And I'm being honest. You know, you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. If that job ain't been paying you right, they're not going to start paying you right now. If that job been treating you like they treat you, they're not going to start treating you right now. So it's you that got to realize that and be ready to make the change. Not them. Jobs going to be jobs, going to be jobs. A job going to job, okay? A job's going to be jobs. It's going to be always somebody to fill that position. It does not have to be you. Cynthia, you hit the nail on the button. We'll feel guilty for helping somebody else, but be quick to help somebody else's financial need. We got to stop saving everyone but ourselves. We have to. We saving the job. We saving the supervisor. We saving the man, the kids. We saving everybody. And meanwhile, back in Gotham City, we all over the place, feeling like we can't get it together. And that same stretch that we make for other people, why can't we seem to make that stretch for ourselves? You got to make the home stretch for you. So that's the truth. That's it. They talk about Gotham City. Man, and you know, and part of that too is learning to say no. Learn to say no to these jobs. Learn to say no to the kids. Learn to say no to whoever ain't got your back. And I know it's a hard no, but it's even harder to get where you're going if you got too many people on your back. You know, scorpions eat their young. Scorpion mothers, if they young, stay on their backs too long. Scorpion mothers eat them. So you got to say to yourself, what are you going to do to get people off your back? So 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight, I'm going to be ready for you guys. I'm going to be rested. Invite a friend, tell a friend. And guys, let's go get it. And this time, you need to go get it for you. This time, it's all about getting it for yourself. Love you guys.